This week, we are going to be writing a procedural composition. Doesn't that sound so formal and just so hoity-toity? But it is a piece of informative writing, all right? What is a procedural composition? Well, let's look at this writing model here on your screen, and let's talk about this composition, okay? So there are several steps to planting a tree in a backyard. First, think about how the grown tree will look in the location you have chosen. Then choose a location that is a safe distance from houses, driveways, or sidewalks. Full-grown tree roots can break up these structures and cause damage to property. After the right location has been chosen, clear the area of debris, level the ground if necessary, and dig a hole about 6 inches in depth. Plant the seed and cover it with soil. Provide the seed with enough water and sunlight to allow growth. Once a seedling or newly sprouted tree appears, continue with the same care. Soon the seedling will no longer need your care, and you can enjoy watching the tree grow in your yard year after year. Okay? So, what is a procedural composition? It gives a procedure or a step-by-step process that explains how something is done. Okay? And those steps are organized into paragraphs. Then it also includes supporting details to give more information about each step, okay, and why you do it. Thirdly, a procedural composition has words and process transition words like first and last, next, once you've done that, okay. They show the ideas in order, and they link ideas that go together, okay. We have already, they've shown us in this model where our topic sentence is. Okay, it starts the whole thing off. There are many steps, or several steps, to planting a tree in a backyard. Right away, we know what this piece is about. Okay, then we have our transition words. First, then, after. I would even say once here would be a transition word giving us the order of things. Okay. Now let's see, can we find some domain-specific vocabulary? I see seed and soil. I see seedling, sprouted, okay? And actually, they give the definition to what a seedling is. Once a seedling, or newly sprouted tree, okay, appears, then we have our conclusion. Soon the seedling will no longer need your care, and you can enjoy watching the tree grow in your yard year after year. So if we were to add those features, okay, we missed the supporting details, but we have supporting details like full-grown tree roots and why you don't want to be close to your house, driveway, or sidewalk. And then we have very clear details about what you need to do once you choose your location for your tree. All right, so this is the writing model that we are going to use this week. Next, we're going to talk about how to write paragraphs and organize our information. Okay, so well-planned organization in your writing is going to make the information easier for your readers to understand. Okay, just like this piece is also organized into paragraphs. Okay, using exact facts instead of vague ideas can make your writing easier to follow. All right, organizing related facts and ideas into paragraphs in a sequential order, okay, and including illustrations maybe even to support specific points can help your readers understand the process and the procedure. So to connect this to the ever-living tree, okay, on page 687, instead of the tree grew thicker and thicker every year, okay, the author wrote this. Every year, the cambium added a layer of bark toward the outside of the tree and a layer of new wood to the inside. Okay, the author's sentence that he uses includes exact words and scientific facts, and this makes his sentence way more accurate and easier for you, the reader, to understand. So you guys can include facts, details, and examples in your procedural compositions to make the process clearer to your readers. Okay? So we're going to practice this organization of writing paragraphs. But before we do, I want you to pause the video and start thinking about this prompt. And what procedure could you write about this week? You're going to write out the steps of a procedure. What could you write out? When you think you've thought of an idea, come back to the video, or if you want to just come back to the video and do our practice with paragraphs and decide later, you can do that too. All right, so here is where we're going to practice organizing our writing into paragraphs. So a paragraph has sentences about one topic, such as how to do something. We organize ideas or instructions to make them clear to the reader. So for example, if you write directions, put the steps in the order they should be done. Use process transitions like first and next to show the sequence of steps. So here is a little paragraph. It is simple to make a tasty French toast breakfast. First, beat 2 eggs and a half a cup of milk together until smooth. Next, dip each slice of bread into the egg mixture, turning it to coat both sides well. Finally, sprinkle cinnamon on the bread. Have an adult fry the slices in hot oil until they are brown. All right? Now, you're going to read the sentences below, and you're going to cross out any sentences that don't belong. Number the steps in order, and then write them in a paragraph on another sheet of paper. Put the directions in the correct order. You also need to add the transition and process transition words such as first, next, and then. Okay? So you're using these. If they don't belong, because obviously paragraphs, like we said, have information in them that are they're grouped together in like things. Okay, you're not going to have something about in this French toast. You're not going to have some comment about the weather. Okay, that's not similar in fact. Okay, so you're going to work on putting these in order and putting them into a paragraph using transition words.